All right, I am back. I have not done a video in a gajillion years, but I have been releasing patterns, and some might call it lazy, but others might just acknowledge that I have a full-time job too. Anywho, I also am back with a new hairdo, so new year, new me. Anyway, this video will be a try-on video for the DEGEN Yuck sweater. And as usual, I will go over there and give you a little twirl. All right, I've already messed up, but I'm just gonna keep rolling. This is not actually called the DEGEN Yuck sweater. It is called that when I have it as a ready-to-wear sweater, but this is actually the 4-letter sweater, and it's called that because, as you can see, it has 4 letters. And the very fun thing about this pattern is that it comes with a chart for every letter. So if you want to make any 4-letter word at all, you can do that using this pattern. It'll walk you through all of the steps on how to sort of put those letters together, where to start the letters, all of that. It'll all be included in the pattern. I asked everyone what their favorite 4-letter words were, and it turns out there are a lot of sort of dirty 4-letter words. Great, go ahead and make that fuck sweater. Go ahead and make a sweater that says, you know, what I was thinking. Anyway, you can also make one that says nope, or you can make one that says, yes, with a bunch of S's. I'm not being creative right now, but there's plenty of 4-letter words that you can think of. So that is the goal of this sweater. Let's talk quickly about the construction of this sweater. So this is a very classic sweater shape. It is gender free in that it could fit anyone well. It is knit from the bottom up. And those of you who have knit my patterns before, you'll know that I love a nice tubular cast on. It has a really clean cast on edge with a rib. Then you're essentially just knitting stockinette until the intarsia section. And then from there on out, it's just a standard sweater. I'd say that ideally you would want to knit a sweater in the round maybe, but due to the intarsia, it has to be knit in panels. So I knit this yuck panel first because I knew it was going to take the longest. Then I knit the back. Then I seamed the shoulders. Then I knit the sleeves on. And then the final step was seaming the whole side seam and adding the folded neck rib. I love a nice chunky, thick, folded neck rib to really sort of hold this whole thing together. What yarn did I use? I used Harrisville Highland, which I purchased at Port Fiber. Shout out Casey. Love you, sis. And I got the yellow one. They sell it in cones or in skeins. So I got this yellow color on a cone. And then I bought the orangey color as a skein. For those of you who are new to intarsia, this is a pretty great pattern to start it out on, but it is lots of little bobbins. So when you get to this intarsia zone, you're gonna probably want to be stationary and just have all of your little balls. I like to put them in cups because then you can kind of shuffle them around like a carnival game as needed. What else is there to say? fit, there are 7 sizes, extra small to 3XL. If you do not fit in that range, I love to add sizes to accommodate you because I want everyone to wear my patterns. Choosing your size, really important topic. When you choose your size, I think the best move is to look at how the sweater fits and how it's intended to fit. It's obviously slightly dropped shoulder and a little boxy. So you could look at the specs as a part of the pattern, or maybe an easier option is to measure an existing sweater that you have that has a similar fit and think to yourself, oh, I love that fit. I should use the pattern for the size with the most similar cast on width. Or you can take that sweater that you have as a reference and think like, oh, that sweater is slightly narrower than I'd like. Let me pick the measurement set that's more in line with the one that you'd want to do in terms of the width. The length is super easy to add on because there's a huge straightaway of stockinette. So I guess I would pick the size more based on the width and the length because the length is super easy to modify. So this is the 4-letter sweater. I hope that you'll consider knitting it. I think it's a pretty quick knit. It has just the one sort of complicated section being the letters. It's really fun in terms of feeling empowered to make your own pattern because it's any 4 letters. And I hope you'll consider knitting it.